the playlist, people. The playlist. Add this podcast to your playlist, people. Add this podcast to your playlist. You're tuning into Lunar News at Lunar Radio Podcast Show with your host, Pastor Michael Smith, and co-host Brotha Lamick Israel. Good evening, Brother Israel.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Make sure you guys hit that follow button, You're tuning into our Facebook page. Go to Facebook, type in Luminary Radio on the Facebook search. Hit that follow button while you're over there. Don't forget to join Brother Israel Discord. The Discord link is in the description box of this podcast. And don't forget the Hebrew Israelite calendars. Send off for yours. The email address is capital LAMICK19 at outlook.com. It's capital LAMICK19 at outlook.com. When you send that email, make sure you put exclusive, limited edition Hebrew Israelite calendars in the title. All right, without further ado, what do we have this evening?
What we have. Turn on this feedback. We have Big S the Plug arrested in Dallas on album release day. We got Offset drops dish song against CardiB. She didn't cook for him. And we got Drake and Bobby at all off. However you want to say it. Alt off. Tease a new podcast, Not This Again.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what
all right. What you want to start with first?
What we're going to start with first is we're going to start with this Drake and Bobby at Althoff back in bed together for Bobby's new podcast.
Bobby Smurder?
No. There's this okay. So I gotta put you up on a game with this. So Bobby is influencer, right? Social media influencer that left her private life, right? Like pretty much cut ties with her husband, her kids, to chase fame, pretty much, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She ended up making her own podcast and starting like having these high celebrities on podcasts, right? So name a few of them. You got Drake. You got Funny Marco. I believe his name is. Another one she did one was with Lil Yachty. She did one with Wiz Khalifa. She did one with Theo, the white boy Theo with the mullet. A couple, and there's other big artists that she did. I believe, who was it? Kevin Gates.
Okay.
She did a podcast with. You already know Kevin Gates was on his there's a different Kevin Gates every time Kevin Gates is Kevin Gates.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this time this was a professional, I guess, Muslim. Not even because Muslims don't believe in itself to be God. This guy's taking it to a whole self worshiping aspect, which I don't even know what religion that would be.
5%.
Huh?
5%.
Is it self worship?
Yeah, 5%. You know, think that they want God, and they think they woman is the earth. And when they have a baby, they think they resurrecting the God through the earth.
That's wild. So same thing. Was Nas the same thing as that?
Yep, 5%. That's
Okay.
why you'll know the 5% because they greet each other. What's up, God? What up, God? The same way we greet each other as brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? The 5% greet each other as God.
I see. Uh, Drake and Bobby are hopping into bed together once again. This is another thing. Like, this is weird. Like, how, like, the way this podcast is set up, right? There is no cameraman or anything, right? So, it's just these two recording each other, right? What's going on, when the camera is off? That's my question. Now, I understand, you say Drake, don't even rock that way, Dad. That still doesn't put it past the fact that he still has to keep up the image.
Mm-hmm.
So, for them to, be recording a podcast in bed, no less, something's going on here. And honestly, that report that we did earlier, with him having another child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that was a real thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then Drake might have another child out there. But if it wasn't a real thing, that whole news article was to hype up this woman's podcast, and I believe Drake being 38 is gonna be connected to that podcast.
Uh-huh.
And so, any profit that she does get from that podcast, right, or any come up, right, because the first time they did a podcast, right,
Mm-hmm.
which ended up in her divorce. The first time they did a podcast, they follow each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the podcast done, they unfollow each other, right? And the video was taken out of the podcast.
Mm.
And then the whole divorce thing came out. She ended up divorcing, became a full podcaster, and not having custody of her children. when before she was a full-time mom.
Okay.
So that's who this bitch is.
Oh, okay.
Someone that was literally no one until she started connecting herself with someone's. Not good someone's, but someone's.
Sounds to me like a ritual.
Definitely.
All right, that's going to wrap it up with that article. What we got next?
Well, I just want to skim through this article really quick, make sure I touch down everything. Divorced from her ex-husband, yeah, Corey Love, yup. Finalized last year. They talk about the drama with her and Drake, yup. I pretty much, look at that. I didn't even have to read the article to even tell you about her. So yeah, that is it for her.
So Drake is endorsing this podcast.
Uh-huh.
And anybody that's up under these celebrities, these are not just endorsements. This podcast, I feel sorry for her.
She signed up for it. She definitely signed up for it.
Well, that's it for that one. We're going to go to the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Logging on to another edition of Illuminati News Illuminati Radio Podcast Show with your host, Pastor Michael Smith, co-host, Brotha Lamick Israel. If you're new to this podcast, simply hit that follow button. Turn on your notification bell. Don't forget, people, you can tune into our Facebook. Go to Facebook, type Illuminati Radio on the Facebook search. You can see our page go up, simply hit that follow button. Don't forget to follow Brother Israel Discord. The Discord link is right there. Also, without further ado, let's you know what I'm saying. Don't forget them Hebrew Israelite calendars. Simply send an email to capital LAMICK19 at outlook.com. LAMICK19 at outlook.com. When you send that email, make sure you put the exclusive limited edition Hebrew Israelite calendar in the subject line. All right, what we got next?
What we have next? Offset and CardiB.
Okay.
Offset drops this song against CardiB. She didn't cook for him. Offset takes direct shots at. Did you do your promo?
Yeah, just got finished doing it.
Okay. Direct shots at CardiB on Kiari. Closer, move on. Offset is back with a brand new solo album, Kiari. And while the project dives into his grief, growth, and future, fans can't stop talking about one track in particular. Move on. The closer of the album isn't just a reflection on his messy divorce from CardiB. It's a straight up diss where Offset finally puts some of their private arguments on wax. On Move On, Offset doesn't sugarcoat anything. He calls Cardi out for not holding up what he says, whether her responsibility in the relationship. You never listen to no rules. You never cook niggas no food. You just want to go out to Naboo and tell me shit that you don't do. He raps. The lines are striking because they're not wrapped in metaphors or clever wordplay. They're blunt accusations that sound like they came straight from a kitchen table argument. For a couple whose love story has played out publicly, Offset bringing the drama into his music makes it impossible to ignore. Here's where it gets complicated. Offset insists the song isn't about staying bitter. In fact, he says it's about closure. It's about moving on like peacefully. That's what the message is supposed to be. He told the Associated Press, "It's all love, peace, it's love." I just ended that up with the album just to end that chapter. It was great while it lasted. That shouldn't be. Come on, man. I waited long enough, man.
That's it. That's what he said to Cardi.
Weapon.
That's what he said to Cardi.
That shouldn't be the topic either of us. No, that's what he's saying to the public.
Oh.
But while he talks peace in the interviews, the lyrics themselves are messy. They air out Cardi for being dismissive, for not listening, for choosing a glam life over domestic life. Fans are split. Some are praising him for speaking his truth, while others are accusing him of trying to shift blame for a marriage that crumbled on the mistakes of them both. Perhaps the prettiest part of the track is Offset line wishing Cardi's next man to be great. On his face, it sounds supportive, but fans immediately connected it to her rumored link with Buffalo Bill wide receiver Stephen Diggs. Was Offset's way of co-signing her new relationship, or was it sarcasm in disguise? The internet can't agree, but either way, he knew exactly what he was doing by dropping that line. To his credit, Offset has painted himself as an angel in all. We're not gonna read into that.
Yeah. Listen, people. This is a preamble to Cardi B's album that's gonna drop September 19th. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to listen to Offset, but this put more fuel on Cardi B's album that's set to drop 7/19/2025. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because Cardi B and Offset got to work together because that's both of their houses. Well, should I say, was both of their houses. With two mortgages on it. Now it's none of their house. And if Cardi B don't come up with $3 million, so I was told don't say I didn't tell you so, people. If you see Cardi B talking about, wait, I'm moving back to New York, blah, 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 blah. Just don't think that she's doing that on her own accord. She's not doing that because she wants to. She's doing that because she has to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? Well, we'll see how things turn out come October. Oh, I can't wait till October. I want to see what type of publicity stunt Cardi B gonna come up with. I got to see this. She's going for going on her damn social media platform, screaming at the top of her lungs. Yeah, you know who she would have been good with, Brotha Israel?
Who?
Her and Tekashi 69 would have made a good couple. Because Cardi B screams on her social media platform. Tekashi 69 screams on record. and they both talk a lot of shit that don't make sense. But that's gonna wrap it up for that. We're gonna get to the next article, people. You're tuned into Illuminati News and Illuminati Radio Podcast Show with your host, Pastor Michael Smith, co-host Brotha Lamick Israel. If you're new to the podcast, you can hit that follow button. Turn on your notification bell, people. Um, Tune in to our Facebook page. Go to Facebook, type Illuminati Radio and search. When you see our podcast, come on, simply hit that follow button while you're over there. Don't forget to join Brotha Israel Discord. Click on the Discord link in the description box of the podcast and join Brotha Israel Discord today. Also, don't forget to get the Hebrew Israelite calendars. Simply send an email to capital LAMICK19 at outlook.com. That's capital LAMICK19 at outlook.com. When you send that email, make sure you put it in the title of the email. Exclusive limited edition Hebrew Israelite calendar. Without further ado, let's get to this last article.
Big X the Plug, album release days, a real bust, drugs and weapons arrest. Big X the Plug is in a Lone Star state of trouble after getting booked into Dallas County Jail Friday morning. The very day he planned to celebrate dropping his new album. Dallas PD tells TMZ hip-hop officers observed a vehicle without a front license plate. So they pulled it over and discovered the driver was 27-year-old Xavier Landon, better known as Big X. Things went south for the rapper when cops said they found a firearm and marijuana in the vehicle. We're told Big X was arrested on charges with 2 misdemeanor possession of marijuana and unlawful possession of firearm. Yep, it was only misdemeanors. He appeared in court late Friday, and his team tells us he's been released. The time of Big X arrest really sucks for him. The Texas MC released his rap country hybrid album, I Hope You're Happy, on Friday. While it's doing decent numbers on streaming services, getting out and promoting it just got a little more complicated. Somebody get this man a driver. That's the end of the article.
Okay, people. So this guy right here is a Houston-based rapper. I look into it. It looks like he's signed to Warner Music Group, I think it is. And it looks like he just signed to this label as well. And yesterday was Friday, which is when he got arrested, which was the 22nd. The 22nd, the 2-2 represents the Master Mason Master Build number B2 bill. So yes, he just celebrated his album release. That's part of his album release celebration of him getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because, listen, this is how you know these celebrities, you know what I'm saying? They got to come up with these sacrifices more often than normal. You know what I'm saying? Usually it used to be that, you know what I'm saying, as soon as they come into the, you know what I'm saying, they used to continue to enjoy their success for a while. As soon as he came into the game, he dropped the album. They ritually sacrificed him as far as humiliation, because, you know what I'm saying, when you get locked up, that's his humiliation ritual. That's like a fall from grace. Until, you know what I'm saying, we'll see what's going on. Now, either he's going to give up his cheeks. Oh, I'm on your pocket. Either he's going to give him his ass, or he's going to come up with a blood sacrifice. But this is a Mason work. This is Mason work for this to happen on the 22nd. This is Mason work. Mason work. So But yeah, well, we'll see. We'll keep you updated in this one because this is brand new. So I guess we'll probably come back tomorrow. We'll probably have to give you an update tomorrow or Monday on this one. But we're going to wrap it up for this one. We're going to go ahead and get the promo out the way, and then we're going to go to the final thought. Then we up out of here. Well, thank you for tuning in, logging on to another edition of the Illuminati News Hour Illuminati Radio Podcast Show with your host, Pastor Michael Smith, co-host Brotha Lamick Israel. If you're new to this podcast, simply hit that follow button, turn on your notification bells. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Go to Facebook, type Illuminati Radio on the Facebook search. When you see our podcast come up, simply hit that follow button while you're over there. Join Brother Israel's Discord, people. The Discord link in the description box of the podcast. And don't forget to get them Hebrew Israelite calendar. Send your email to capital LAMICK19 at Outlook.com. That's capital LAMICK19 at Outlook.com. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to Brother Israel's final thought, and then we are going.
Final thoughts to you guys that tune in. Thanks for tuning in. While you're over here, make sure you hit that bell button, that follow button on Spotify. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you leave some feedback, leave your comments. Leave your comments. We appreciate the comments. We will respond back to them when they fall through live. We will respond back to them when they fall through live. Again, thank you for tuning in. For those of you guys that tuned in, stay tuned for Thursday and Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time exclusive episodes. We bring those every week. At again 8 o'clock Eastern Time on a dot every time. And stay tuned for your daily breaking news when the breaking news do drop. If there is no breaking news, you won't see us. Again, thank you for you guys tuning in. Don't forget that hit that bell, hit that follow, and we are going to be closing out.